I'm curious, like what led to the first, not just Spartan Race, I know the first, like, I guess, death race, like just the desire to create something of your own?
Well, again, I had done these events and I felt so damn alive, and I would rope people in. I'd lie to them. I would tell them to come up to our farm in Vermont, and I would say, hey, we're having a barbecue this weekend, knowing full well that they were going to be the ones being barbecued. Wake them up at 5 a.m. And why are we waking up at 5 a.m. for a barbecue? Well, I got to carry the barbecue up to the top of the mountain. Could you help me? And I just loved it. And afterwards, they loved it. And I thought, wow, could we turn this into a business? Could I actually have a life where I do this every day? I change lives. I torture people. I make them the best versions of themselves. Could I actually do this and make a living? I've yet to prove that I can make a living doing it, but I have been able to prove that there's a lot of people out there whose lives we can change, and you feel good when you do it.
What would you say are some of the, I guess, underlying philosophies or mindsets just behind Spartan?
I mean, the main philosophy is stoicism, right? Can you just do a lot more with less, not complain, fight through, and just get it done each and every day in a very simplistic form. I mean, that's it at its core. We help each other. We look out for each other. We do the right thing. Doesn't matter what religion you believe in. You're just going to be a good person. I think we have empathy for others, and I think we understand others more when we suffer ourselves. We suffer together. You get 8,000, 10,000 people out to an event and we suffer together. The science is clear that we get a lot more of those wonderful chemicals released in our brain because we're doing it together.
Yeah, I'd love to actually elaborate on that, because the suffering together, I want to talk about just like building and leading teams. For a lot of the people listening, they're business leaders in their own right. And I've read the same thing, that those that suffer together, if you're doing something difficult, whether it's, a Tough Mudder, or just even something within the business, and they're launching a difficult campaign, solving a challenging problem, if you're doing it with somebody else, you build a degree of camaraderie. What advice would you give people who want to build a better culture, a more cohesive team?
Well, you definitely want to do something hard together. And if you set that hard out into the future, what ends up happening is that team works together, working towards that hard, whatever that thing is. So you get to talk about it. They get to strategize. They get to train together. They build tremendous relationship leading up to the event. Then they go to war. They battle together. They come out. They've got shared stories. And I was with my buddy yesterday, owns Saks Fifth Avenue. He had 200 salespeople together in Miami, and they were doing like a boat trip and a couple of days of talks. And I thought it'd be so much less expensive and so much more powerful just to have them all come out and do a Tough Mudder or a Spartan or a death race or something. Like, it would be so incredible. We do it for the Nikes. We do it for the Facebooks. We do it for the Goldman Sachs. All these big companies will come out to the farm. So we know it works. We've been doing it forever. Military knows it works. Military's been doing it forever, right? You take a bunch of people, they suffer together, they come out as one unit.